Okay, that was good. That was a good hit. Okay. Okay, so for me, one of my favorite things about the 3622 is how easy and quickly it is to pump up. Okay, so we're at 1,000 PSI. Okay, watch this. 1, 2. What I really like, 3, 4, 25, is that I can actually see the gauge move. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 33, 34. 34 pumps from 1,000 to 2,000. I love that. The other thing I love is just how quiet this gun is. Right now I'm shooting Daisy 22 caliber pellets. They don't give me a weight, so I don't know what they are. But they're a wad cutter. You can listen for the report here. Shooting at 20 yards. And I believe the hammer spring on this gun is much softer than it is on my Maximus, and the report is like night and day quieter from on my 3622. I mean, this gun doesn't need a moderator, at least shooting it outside. I'd say it's completely backyard friendly, even if you have a really small backyard. So I bet you that's intentional when they put this gun together. Let's go see what kind of group I got with the daisies. Okay, that's not great, but I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this target, and I'm gonna use Meister Kuglins. Okay, so here's the groups I'm getting at 20 yards with the 3622. And I'm being a little bit rushed with my shots. The mosquitoes are gonna drive me inside here shortly, but I was really low there, I don't know why, but that was almost a quarter and almost a quarter. And that's using Meister Kuglin 14 grain. So that's also with this the plastic breech with this rear sight. And I know I could do better if I could just, I'm kind of rushing everything because the bugs are driving me crazy. So you're probably like me and wondering, or isn't the 3622 just a Maximus with a different stock on it and a shorter barrel and no gauge? Well, that's what I thought, and there's actually more to it than just that. I thought it was my imagination that the 3622 was easier to pump up than my Maximus, and that's not the case. So there's a couple of reasons for that. So we'll get trigger here, since they share the same type of arrangement where the trigger and the breech line up. And as you can see, the pressure tube on the 3622 is a fair bit shorter than a Maximus, so the Maximus can hold more air. And then another thing, it's not even the same pressure tube. That fits on there tightly, and this is a 7/8, and here's a 3/4 inch wrench, and that fits snugly on the 3622, where the 7/8 does not. So not only is this pressure tube shorter, it's also smaller in diameter. Thus, it holds less air than the Maximus, which is why this one is much quicker and easier to pump up, and I really like that. Maximus has aluminum barrel band, where the 3622 has 2 plastic barrel bands. But the nice thing, these brass, they're not, don't look to be threaded, but there's some kind of insert to keep the barrel tight. I'm not exactly sure how they work, but maybe they're press fit. I don't know. It's kind of a good question. Need to look into that, because with this style gun you can modify it and you can put the same steel breech on a 3622 and a longer barrel if you want. Super cool, because basically this part, they share a lot of common parts. One thing I learned about my Maximus not only has the steel breech, but it's the 22 40 version, I believe that have the right terminology, and that's got the hidden breech screw, so you don't have the issue with the screw affecting the feeding of pellets in a Maximus. My Maximus is almost out of air now. I shot it down past 1,000. Now this one doesn't have the gauge, which I haven't found to be really that big of a deal. The mosquitoes are freaking nuts out here. There's the screw we all know and love, but because that one's got the Allen head on it, it's the plastic breech feeds pellets very smoothly. But anyway, bugs are driving me crazy. I just thought it'd be a quick look at the two guns. And as you can see right here, the 3622 is a shorter gun. Maybe you could even consider it a carbine. It's lighter and handier than the Maximus. I really like the handling of it. Plus it has a rubber butt pad. I love rubber butt pads. The Maximus has a hard plastic one, so I always have to be careful because that gun tends to want to slide. I tend to usually prop my gun up against things like this, and I have to be more careful with the Maximus. The stocks on both, I like them both. Maximus is nice. It came with sling swivels. And it also has the cap that goes over the filler, where this one uses a little rubber piece there that a lot of guys don't like. But anyway, this is just a real quick overview of the two guns. I like them both. My Maximus is in .177, 3622 is in .22 caliber, and right now I'm enjoying, for the type of shooting I do, I shoot a maximum at 50 yards, and just for PCP so far, this 3622, I won't say it's my favorite PCP, because I've got a Marauder, first generation Marauder, I've got a Marauder pistol, I've got the Maximus, so they all serve different purposes. But I will say, I really do like the 3622 because it's so easy to charge, and I'm finding I'm shooting this 3622 a lot more than I even thought I might, because I use a hand pump. This is the same FX Airguns hand pump made in Sweden that I bought when I got my Marauder way back in 2010, and Airguns of Arizona recommended I get a nice pump when I bought it instead of the Benjamin pump, and they were right. This one has held together greatly, so appreciate that they guided me in the right direction there. I just remember it was expensive getting into PCPs at the time. Anyway, bugs are terrible. So that's all for now. I'll do more videos on a 3622, and if you guys have comments, questions, leave them below, and let me know if you want to see more stuff with between the Maximus and the 3622. Alright guys, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.